Welcome back to the Knee Pain Book Club. In this video, we'll be discussing chapters 37 through 46 of my colleague's book, The 90-Day Knee Arthritis Remedy. It's available on Amazon in an ebook format. In this section of the book, Dr. Kelsey explains 5 joint strengthening laws. Number 1, move it or lose it. In the book, there are several options for how to move your knee in beneficial ways. A great way to achieve motion throughout the day if you're at the office or traveling is by using a furniture mover. You put it on the ground, put your foot on top of it, and bend and straighten your knee. For more details on this, you can check out my YouTube video, How to Use a Furniture Mover to Decrease Knee Pain or Stiffness. A rocking chair is another possibility. And depending on how strong your joint is, cycling can also be an option for joint strengthening. Joint strengthening law number 2, it's not a sprint. If you try activities and exercises sooner than your knees are ready for them, it doesn't speed up the process. It typically gives you more pain or stiffness or swelling, and it makes the process take longer. No matter how much technology is sped up, communication and access to information, it doesn't increase the speed of joint strengthening. Joint strengthening is a slow and steady wins the race type of endeavor. Number 3, pay attention. This means listening to your body. When your knee complains, ignoring it doesn't solve the problem. This might sound obvious, but when your knee starts to ache after you haven't really done much, like maybe you've just been sitting at your desk for a few hours, it's very tempting to kind of shrug it off as not being an important message. But listening to your knee is the necessary first step in strengthening your joint. Number 4, progress is never linear. People with knee pain quite naturally want it to get better without having any setbacks, but setbacks are a common part of the process. When you take one step back, it's important to remember that you've already taken a few steps forward. One way to overcome the frustrations and disappointments of setbacks is to have a measurement of your joint strength. One measurement I use with clients is squat load tolerance. You could also use the number of consecutive minutes that you can walk before you start to get knee pain. And setbacks are disappointing and frustrating, but the intensity of the emotions don't necessarily indicate the severity of your setback. So relying on a measurement can assure you that you've been making progress even when it feels like you're back at square one. And joint strengthening law number 5, dream big, start small. Having a clear objective is important. We discussed this in the video covering the first 5 chapters of this book. Your clear objective might be something big, something that is going to take several weeks or months to achieve. So it's important to divide it into smaller goals. If your clear objective is hiking for 5 miles, but right now you have pain when you walk across the parking lot, then some of your smaller goals might be consistently performing 50 quad sets each day, taking a furniture mover to the office to get 5 minutes of knee movement in during your workday, and walking for 3 minutes without pain. When you achieve a smaller goal, it will encourage you to keep moving toward the ultimate goal. In chapter 38 and 39, Dr. Kelsey provides a number of core and leg exercises. There are detailed descriptions of how to perform them, as well as photos and videos. They include exercises like the plank, assisted squats, physio-ball wall slides with staggered stance, the back slider with rotational force, and side-to-side hops. Then in chapter 41, Dr. Kelsey outlines the routine. The routine contains exercises that improve joint strength, suspension strength, core strength, and leg strength. There are basically 2 tracks in the routine. Track 2 is for people who can perform at least 5 reps of the sit-to-stand test with good form and without any knee pain during or afterwards. Everyone else starts with track 1, which means their form during the sit-to-stand test wasn't ideal or they felt some level of pain, knee pain during or afterwards. Even a little bit of pain means you should start with track 1. Then you can move on to track 2 after you successfully completed track 1. So what track are you starting with? Consider sharing your answer in the comment section below. All right, that's all I have for chapters 37 through 46. I look forward to seeing you next week for the conclusion of this knee pain book club.